the cultural integration, before. And these skills will help you to integrate any cultures across the world. I hope that answered your question. If not, then I'm available, during lunch. I'll see you personally.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we take one more question? Okay, one more question because I saw a hand there on the other corner. Okay.
Hello, I am Avaya, and my question is that in our life, we might, go through phases where we are like low, and right now we are just on the mark of starting our new lives on a new field. And since like all of you have achieved something in your career, what I want to ask is that how do you deal with this feeling of being low that, I've tried so much, but still things are not working on my way. I'm still working, but things are not happening. So I want to know from you that how to deal with this. And I do believe that all of us have faced this phase in life where we are like really, really low. So I want to ask this to the panelists of how you have tackled this problem and what is like your major, motivation or what drives you when you are at your lowest phase in life.
Thank you so much for your question. Do you have any particular panelist you want to pick?
Well, I believe that this is a really, essential thing for like all of us youth. So I want to go through all of the panelists and let them talk about their, phases of life, and let's learn from them and their experiences.
As much as we'd love to,
Yeah.
but because of the time constraints, so I'd just like to request the panelists to just represent.
I think we'll be more dominating this answer here, this side of the panel. Thank you for your question. By the way, I see, जीवनमा हे भगवान कति खुसी दिया भनेर कहिले कम्प्लेन गर्छौ भने पुग्यो नि यार वाक्क लागिसक्यो पैसा पनि भने जस्तो आज जे छोयो त्यही सुन भएको छैन नि एक दिन गाह्रो ए भगवान मलाई मात्र किन यस्तो दुःख भन्छ नि करेक्ट नाउ आई थिंक you're not human if you don't have emotions. You'll not grow if you don't go through that rainy days in life. I do not want to say you have to go through pain, but then unless you go through it, you'll not feel it. I'll take an example. The most loved person to me right now in this particular world is my daughter. And then she's my DNA, she's my blood and everything. Of course, her mother is also equally involved. So, but then imagine Tatsud, she goes through a phase in life where she's sad, she's down, she's confused, all those frustrations, anger, emotions, turmoil, hormones change, that's one part. If she has a cut in her hand, though she is my child, all that I can say is, or take care of her pretty well, or can relate to her pain, because once I also had a cut, and I also had that pain. I can only relate to that pain, brother. I cannot say, give that pain to me for 2 days, and I'm gonna return it back to you. And by the time the pain will somehow mellow down. The reason I said this example is basically, you have to go through pain. That's what I believe in. You have to go through all those emotions that a normal human body produces. Age factor, society, your family, the environment around you, your behavior, your skill, your talent. You cannot be too good to be human. Humans are made by nature to make mistakes. If it wasn't the case, there won't be wars. There won't be Mr. Donald Trump, basically, right? So, how old are you, by the way? 18? Oh my God. Well, you're already doing so good, brother. If I was 18, first I would not attend program like this. I would be hanging around having fun with my boys. But the 18-year-old guy mindset now, and when I was 18, of course the world had changed. So you already are on a right direction. Make sure that you handle your situation pretty well. Just focus on what you do in life. 2, it's just a phase. Trust me, it's just a phase and it will pass. एउटा भनाइ छ नि रात जति लामो भए पनि सुनौलो बिहानी हुन्छ त्यो पर्खाइ चाहिँ गर्नु पर्यो के you have to wait. All right? Thank you.
Not really. Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I was just going to say a very relevant topic here, and I think it's about coping mechanisms, very important. Don't lose sight of what you're trying to achieve, because the journey to get there will be bumpy, will be painful at times, that's part of life, but think about what you're trying to achieve ultimately. There will be failure, there will be rejection, there will be moments where you feel you don't belong or you don't contribute well. Those are natural. Tomorrow it's a better day, but think about coping mechanisms. If you failed and you've not succeeded at an interview, a job interview, shake it off the next day, start looking again. Be pragmatic and be balanced. Why have you failed? Seek feedback, improve your CV, improve your interviewing skills, go at it again and don't give up. So allow yourself the time to feel sad and everything. You have, support, family around you, but don't lose sight of what you're trying to achieve is normal. And the coping mechanisms, you need to trial different things depending on what works for you. You might take your mind off it in various different ways, but ultimately, stay focused on what you're trying to achieve, because nothing is easy, and if it's too easy, it's not worthwhile going for it.
There's this idea of position and trajectory. So what this idea says is, position is the state you're at right now, and trajectory takes into account everything that you've been through to be in that position. So don't look at position, look at the trajectory, and don't measure the trajectory by the output, measure the trajectory by the process that you've been through. You might have tried a lot of things, you might have failed, but that outcome is related to the product or the service that you're trying to make. It's associated with the outcome. The feeling is associated with the outcome. But if you look at trajectory with process perspective, you learn something, right? Through that failure. So do not look at the position, look at the trajectory. Have you grown as a person? If you did, that's a win for you.
Thank you so much. Absolutely loving where the conversation is heading to, from exploring technology to the human side, to the skill sets, to the coping mechanisms and whatnot. I wish we had more time, but I think that's it for today. We'll have to wrap up this beautiful interaction session. So thank you so much once again to all of our students for your enthusiastic participation, and our amazing, amazing panelists for all your insights. On that note, I just want to say that the possibilities, as we talked about, the opportunities are endless. So just dream big, stay rooted, believe in yourself, and get ready to lead the next generation of change, because this is your time. So thank you so much. This is me, Dr. Sarisha Shrestha, and I'd like to wish you all the very best for your future ahead. Thank you so much, Softwareca College as well, for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, to honor our guest presence, I'd like to call on stage the chairman of Softwareca, Mr. Bigyan Shrestha sir, and Santoshi ma'am, the finance head, to please be on stage to provide token of esteem to our panelists. अनि अझै पनि अरु क्वेशन्सहरु छ भने चाहिँ लन्च ब्रेकमा प्लिज हाम्रो प्यानलिस्टसँग बसेर टन्न क्वेशन्सहरु सोध्नु होला है. I request our judges to please be there. As our guest, we have Mr. Suraj Singh Thakuri, the COO at Kantipur Media Group. Thank you so much, Suraj sir, for being here. We have Thank you, sir. We also have our next panelist, Mr. Binay Kwikil, sir. Next, we have Mr. Prajwal Tiwari, the Growth and Marketing Manager and Entrepreneur. Thank you so much for being here. Next, as our panelist, we have Ms. Andrea Wilmot, the Director of Global New Challenge in Markets at Coventry University. As our fifth panelist today, we have the Principal of Softwareika, Mr. Pramod Paudil, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Last but not the least, we have our panel moderator for today. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Dr. Sarisha Shrestha. Thank you so much to our panelists. With us today, we also have Ghansham Ghimire sir, the CEO of Unicampus. We also have Anita Maharjan ma'am, the Head of Business Department of DG School, DG. And we also have Kiran Rana sir, the HOD for Academics of Softwareika. We have Ganesh Busal sir, the HOD of Cybersecurity and Ethical Hacking. Guys, I know we all are very hungry and bhok lagi hola sabai janalai. But now, for a short session, we have to share valuable insights on transnational education, TNE, and the exciting international opportunities that await you. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Alex Hogg, the Internationalization Manager at Coventry University. Please grab your notepads and take notes.
Hello? Oh. Namaste. That's the only thing I can say in Nepalese, sorry. It's my second time here. On my third visit, I promise I'm going to be able to speak more Nepalese. But no, look, really is a pleasure to be here. I'd like to extend my thank you to Mr. Bigyan and Mr. Pramod for welcoming me here. And to you all. I heard some amazing questions, by the way. I really like the last question about how to overcome. Oh, thank you. How to overcome difficult times, and resilience is something that we all need to get. But I think you only gain resilience by doing and going through pain. Has anyone seen Rocky? Am I really old? Who's seen Rocky? Right. Do you remember in Rocky 6? There was a line that I really liked. And I always remember it when I'm going through a difficult time. And he says, and you don't need to be a boxer, by the way, but he says, it's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. And I think that's a great line. And as I say, that's something that I think about when I'm going through a hard time. Anyway, so yeah, I'm from Coventry University, as you probably know by now. And I'm very lucky, actually, that I get to work with Softwareika. And my role is a partnership manager. And essentially, that's within the sphere of transnational education, otherwise known as TNE. What's TNE? So TNE is generally understood as UK qualifications delivered outside of the UK. So in other words, any course where the student is studying for a UK award while living in another country. So basically, you can obtain a UK degree, so in this case, a Coventry University degree, without even leaving home. So what's so beneficial about that? The first thing I'd say financially, Getting a UK degree or any overseas degree is not cheap. It's a huge financial commitment, especially over 3 years. The second thing is you can stay at home with your family, with your friends. You don't need to leave your job. So that's essentially what transnational education is, and they're the key benefits. So I would say that Coventry University are at the forefront of transnational education. We've probably been doing it one of the longest in the UK, and we're certainly one of the biggest, and I'd probably say one of the best. So you can see we partner with over 150 international partners in 30 countries, clearly one of which is Softwareca in Nepal. Other countries, China, Malaysia, Vietnam, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, the list goes on and on. We offer many, many courses. I don't have the time, and I'm sure you're all hungry to go through them all. But they can range from ethical hacking, cybersecurity, data science, finance and banking, automotive design, nursery, midwifery. As I say, the list goes on and on. And it's partly this relationship and our success within transnational education that we've become more than a university. Actually, Coventry University is now known as the Coventry Group, a global education group. So we have 2 campuses in Coventry, 4 in London, 1 in Scarborough, 1 in Poland. We also have branch campuses, and these branch campuses are quite literally Coventry University in Egypt, Coventry University in Kazakhstan, Coventry University in Morocco, Coventry University in India. So we have branch campuses. We have global hubs that I know my colleague Andrea referred to earlier, and I'll get onto that in this moment. We've mentioned that we have over 150 partnerships worldwide, and within that are the 50,000 learners. So that includes our 1,500 plus students currently at Softwareca. We're also big online with over 1 million online learners, and we do other things such as teacher training. We work with large organisations like Ford, Jaguar Land Rover to deliver apprenticeships as well to their staff. So I mentioned global hubs, and again, I know Andrea mentioned this earlier, but you can see here in a kind of virtual, a visual display, let's say, of where these hubs are. And really, I think in the past, I must be honest, I think Coventry and other UK higher education institutions were guilty of acting a little bit colonial, let's say. So we would go and deliver business in the country and leave. Now we're actually having permanent hubs in these locations. So the closest one to here would most likely be China and India, but we also have other hubs, as you can see, across the world. And really, the key thing about that is it's about connecting regional communities and building lasting, and that word lasting, international partnerships. So that could be with employers, it could be through research, etc. So this is really, really important that we're doing this. We're establishing a permanent footprint in the countries that we operate in. So this sort of global focus extends to our students. You can see we were voted #1 in the UK via an international student survey, so Coventry University is incredibly diverse. So our international students ranked at #1. We're rated gold for teaching, joint top modern university for career prospects, 5 QS stars for internationalisation. Briefly, what's internationalisation, why it's important? Gaining international experience, it's proven. So that could be going on a field trip, which we'll get onto in a minute. Software could do many, many amazing field trips. So do we. Gaining some kind of international experience will get you a better job and a higher starting salary. That's a fact. Why is that? Again, briefly, I think if you think about the world, the way it works, look at me. I'm from the UK and I'm here working with you. Employers operate on a very global scale now. Your suppliers, your customers, etc., will most likely be from a different country, and it's really, really important that on a very basic level, you can communicate with them. And yeah, there are other points here as well. #1 in the UK for international student diversity and so on. So, and here are some other awards we've had as well from QS, and QS is a global ranking guide that most I'd say, international students will look at before picking their university of their choice. So why is any of that important? So it's only natural. Coventry University, as I say, we work with so many partners. We get calls from partners literally every day that want to work with us within the sphere of transdisciplinary education. It's only natural that we will associate and align ourselves with a partner like Softwareca who share our ambitions and our aim for first-class education. So it launched in 2018. We've now got over 1,500 students on undergraduate and postgraduate courses, all within the realm of technology. And students at Softwareca, and I think this is a really key point here because I'm sure you'll all want a job when you graduate, they have over a 90% plus employment rate. And you can see here that graduates are working at companies such as Instagram, Motorola, Hitachi, Fuji. I'm sure you're all aware of who these organizations are. So employability, just like it is at Coventry, is a huge, huge part of what Softwareca aim to do with its students. We've also hosted groups from Softwareca. Some of the highest performing groups of students have joined us at Coventry, and I've been lucky enough to meet them all over the last 3 or 4 years to join us in immersion events. So that means you can sit in classes, look at our facilities and so on. So really a good, strong week. We've also, I know Coventry supports Softwareca, so some of the students, I think this year, or was it last year, visited Thailand. So our global partners, I say we have over 150 of them, and now Softwarecas as well. Our network are yours, your students are ours, and so on. This is a partnership, it's a very strong relationship. So you will have access to all of our partners, and that could be via a student exchange. It could be a summer school in Uzbekistan. It could be a week-long trip to Vietnam where you get to sit in classes in some of our partners, but also explore the country, go snorkeling, have loads and loads of fun. So this partnership is really, really important to me. And as I say, there is a lot of growth. We will have new courses coming along as well. So we both take a very holistic approach. It's not just about academia, it's also about personal growth as well. So lastly, just to conclude, these are the courses that we currently offer. As I say, there will be new courses, but you can see ethical hacking, computer science, and there are MSc Advanced Software Engineering as well, and computing, and there are others as well. Again, one of the great things about this partnership is that you, as students, if you join Softwareca, will also be able to come to Coventry as well. That could be on a master's or even on a year-long, a semester abroad or a year-long placement at Coventry. So, yeah, there's a lot to cover here, and I appreciate I have lots of time. But have you got any questions at all about anything I've said? No. That's fine, but I'll be here for the rest of the day anyway, so if you want to talk to me about anything to do with the partnership, Coventry University, Softwareca, please feel free to approach me. I'll be around. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alex. Now, may I now request our chairman, Bigan sir, to please be on stage to hand over the token of love to our guest, Mr. Alex. Please be here to receive the token of love. Thank you so much, sir. Now will be the time for lunch, but before that, हजुरहरुको टेबलमा राखेको त्यो सफ्टवेयरको मर्च चाहिँ हजुरहरुकै लागि हो. So please सबैले एउटा एउटा लिदिनु होला. If it's not enough, please you can contact our team. And before the lunch, after the lunch, we have a lot of exciting games. So please, यही एरियामा for an informal game session, please stay back and enjoy your meal. Thank you so much, guys, for being here.